There we go. Fabulous, guys. Ready? Inhale. Deep breath, hold. And birthday candle. Ready? Inhale. Deep breath, hold. And birthday candle. All together, let's pray, please. Teach me your way, Lord, that I might rely on your faithfulness. Give me an undivided heart, that I might fear your name. Amen. Get out your reference booklet, guys. You're going to need it. Turn to where we left off on, please. Get out your reference booklet, guys. Reference booklet. In the early 90s, unfortunately, you may not recognize this character, but it is very useful for illustrating what we're doing today. We're going to be talking about right angles being hidden inside a circle. So the icon I'm using is here, Mr. Inspector Gadget. Just you guys at home, give me a thumbs up if you actually know who this character is. Anybody here actually recognize Inspector Gadget? Yeah. Yes, you actually recognize Inspector Gadget. I'm impressed. Yes, it seems to be only about 10% of you. Needless to say, this is a detective, and the storyline is he has all these weird gadgets that just pop out and save the day. And so what you're going to notice is that inside circles, right angles are going to pop up and save the day, almost like the gadgets in Inspector Gadget. So first step, I'd like you to take a look here at my document camera. Let me give you the scenario here. I have like a tire or a wheel. This is the spoke in a wheel. This ruler represents the ground. Okay, so the ruler represents the ground. Now, you guys in class, you guys at home, unmute, get ready to shout at me. I'm going to be rolling this wheel, and the minute that spoke makes a right angle, I want you to yell stop. You guys ready? So the wheel's rolling along, rolling along, rolling along. Okay, right at the point where the spoke touches the ground is where you have a right angle. You guys know that instinctually. Well, the word touch, technically this line right here is a tangent. Tangent means to touch. This, of course, is a circle. And then that spoke in a wheel is a radius. So that is your first and most important right angle, is when you have a tangent and a radius, there's a right angle. Go to your reference booklet and find the Mary Had a Little Lamb icon. Go to your reference booklet and find the Mary Had a Little Lamb icon. Reference booklet. That is, that's it. I'll wait just about 10 seconds for you to find it. Mary Had a Little Lamb icon. I have a bad tendency of messing with nursery rhymes. So I'm going to wait about 10 seconds until you find Mary Had a Little Lamb. Did you find it? Good. Jory, just find the page you left off on and go like one page in. Yeah, flip back. Okay, 2 pages back. There it is. Stop. Mary Had a Little Lamb. Somewhere there. You see it?
Yes.
Okay. Students, step 1, you're going to just write this for me, please. If tangent to a radius, do you not have a reference book? If you like a physical page, I have extra for you. Okay, so you need your big thick packet? Good. Okay, so you have handouts over there? That's extras of today's lesson, if you'd like.
Okay, I already know.
You do, got it. Wonderful. Fabulous. If tangent to a radius, tangent to a radius, right angle at the edge. right? We are singing, folks. I am very serious. I sing once and I want you to sing and trace at the same time. I'm going to highlight it and you're going to sing and trace with me at the same time. Ready? If tangent to a radius, 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 if tangent to a radius, right angle at the edge. Okay, kiddos. Yeah, I know it doesn't rhyme, but you'll figure it out. You are singing with me. Come on, guys, in class, nice and loud. Ready? And trace. Fingers, trace. If tangent to a radius, 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 if tangent to a radius, right angle at the edge. That's the most important, right angle. Go to today's lesson, page number 3 or slide number 3. Hopefully you have physical paper in front of you. It's much more effective. Page number 3 or slide number 3. We will come back to the first page in just a moment. Okay, you guys ready? You are looking at this problem right here. This problem right here. We will come back to page 1. You can scratch out that problem. There's something wrong with it. I gave you the answer. So you are on page 3 right here. Page 3. Page 3.
Wait, which problem do we cross out?
On page 1, the bottom problem has something wrong with it. You are looking for in-class lesson 7.4 part 1. In-class lesson 7.4 part 1. Got it. We are doing this upper left problem together. Ready? I want you, we're going to sing and see that dot. I want your finger following my dot as I sing. Okay, I'm very serious. Put your finger right here. We are singing and tracing at the same time. If tangent to a radius, 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 if tangent to a radius, right angle at the edge. Fabulous. So you just figured out there is a right angle there. A right angle. I'd like you to physically trace all radii. Go. Physically trace all radii. Obviously, there's one there.
This way we can't see your screen.
You can't? Really? Huh.
Yeah, at least for me.
Okay, no, that's a nice way of saying it. Let me try again. Okay, kiddos, as everyone else couldn't see it, and Kira's just the brave one to actually talk to me. Can we see it now?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, Ryan, can you confirm? Can you see that as well, sir? Fabulous. Okay, Mr. Edwin, that blue highlight, what is the length of that blue highlight, that radius?
5.6.
Where did you get that? Because it's not labeled 5.6.
Yeah, the radius is it, and the radius are always the same length.
Fabulous job, guys. So that's 5.6. So this swings around to 5.6. This squigglet, that's going to be our unknown X. Ready? Chloe, what shape do we have rocking here? What kind of triangle? Very important. Right triangle. Okay, friends, ready? Do this with me. Have 2 sides. Need a 3rd side. Side. Yes. Okay, so we are going to do this, friends. We are going to do this. That's going to be our hypo. Trace it. That's going to be our hypo. Mateo Ross, what's the length of our hypo?
10.6.
There you go. Where'd you get it from?
It's the radius and the other length given to us.
Got it. So we have leg squared, which is 5.6 squared, plus our other leg squared, which is our X, equals hypo squared, which is going to be 10.6 squared, plus equals. I want you at home to text me the answer. Go. You guys in class, yes, you can use a calculator. There's an icon, there's a calculator icon there. After you show your work. And you guys, once you get your value of X, ask two other people what they got. Lauren, show me with your fingers what you get. Correct? Yes, ma'am. Start working on the next problem. You guys at home, text me the answer. You guys in class, just kind of like take your hands and flash it around your chest. Nobody else can see it. Start working on the next problem, folks. Devin, you got it? Show me with your hands. What you got for that one? Yes, sir. Good. Start working on the next problem. Lua, when you solve, yes, ma'am. Good. Start working on the next problem. Let's see here. Let's check the math. Mr. Martino, you're good. Start working on the next problem, please. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so do me a favor, Lua. I'd like you to, you can use your calculator, give me this number and it's squared, and give me this number squared. Yes, ma'am, because it's like square plus like 30 plus half a square. So you will need a calculator. Do you not have one? You got one? You can use your iPad. Good. Yes. Skip that one because I actually give you the answer for that one. If you look carefully, that's why we skipped it. No, I like you to just finish this page. Yeah, finish page 3, folks. Finish page 3.
What do we do before to finish page 3?
Go on to the next page 4. You should be able to
Right.
understand.
We're on page 1 and 2.
Skip 1 and 2 for now. We'll backtrack.
Right.
Cameron, do you understand that we have a right angle there, ma'am?
Yeah,
Okay, so this yellow is what kind of a triangle?
a right triangle.
Great, and we have two sides. Do you understand where that 10.6 came from?
Yeah.
Good, and then we got the 5.6 because all radii are congruent.
Mm-hmm.
So then we just use Pythagorean theorem to solve for x.
Oh, okay.
That's what you're doing. Students, finish this page. Students, finish page 3 and text me the answer for the bottom problem of page 3. Mr. Sanchez, you're correct for your answer. You guys in class, when you finish this problem here, why don't you again show me what, with your fingers, what answer you got? Okay, so what did you get for that one? Neil? It's 10.6 squared, my dear. You forgot to square both of them. That's okay, that's okay, one step at a time. Edwin Kelly, you're good. Did you get that bottom right problem? So how did you set that up? Tell me exactly what you did that you forgot to write down, Devin, for that problem. Did you physically trace every aspect of the diagram? No. Do me a favor. Where's the right angle? Good. Could you trace the legs for me, please? Trace the legs. Good. So one leg's 9. What's the other leg? Could you physically trace it again? There, that changes stuff, doesn't it? Okay, good. That's why we trace, kiddo. That's why we trace. What'd you get for this problem? This one right here. Yes, sir. Lauren, did you get 15? Did you physically trace the legs? You did. Okay, okay. Zach, you got that one correct? Lou, did you get 9? Did you get 9, Lindsay? Yeah. Okay, fabulous. Chloe, how are you doing on this problem, ma'am? You did get 15. Just turn the page, move along. Yes, sir.
On page 2, on
Yes.
the second problem,
Uh-huh.
it says 11x-6. What's that referring to?
That's angle L.
Okay.
That's angle L. Good, good, good. So start this problem. Students, when you're done with page 3, go on to page 4. We're kind of doing today's lesson in 3 courses, 1 example and a little work. So right now you're finishing page 3 and you're going on to page 4. Okay, so you will describe to me what you're doing. Okay, there's a right angle in there somewhere. Remember, it's all about the right angle. So there's the right angle. Yes, ma'am. Leg. Mhm. Okay. So you see a right triangle? You are just breaking down leg square plus leg square equals hyper square. Jory, what you working on, kiddo? Don't you have today's handout in paper?
Yes.
That's what I want you working on. Okay, trace one leg, physically trace a leg. No, that's not a whole leg there, that's only a radius. There's one leg. So one leg is 9. Now, physically trace the other leg of the right triangle. The right triangle, the other leg. That's a hypotenuse. It's crossing the line. That's only a radius. Where's the full leg? There it is. What's that length? And that's not fixed. No. Trace from here to there. It's really slow. Good. What's that entire length? Okay, can you trace from here to here? What's that length? Good, trace from here to here. You see that's a radius too. What is that? It's a radius. You see it? Put your finger here. And go to edge. That's it. Now put your finger there. Go to edge with that. Also fixed. So what's that full leg? Yes, ma'am. So far you should have 9 squares plus 12 squares equals, and then your hypo is your unknown. x squared. Yeah, Amelia, I haven't loaded the answers yet. I'm going to be doing that during my lunchtime. I forgot to do that. I got kind of caught in between. So I'll email you when the answers are there. Mhm. Well, tell me what you understand so far. Right. Yeah. Well, what kind of angle is what? Oh, always work with what you know to be true. Angle Y is what kind of an angle? Good job there, Devin, finding all the catch marks. That's excellent. So always start with what you have, which is this guy. So go right there, trace, and ask yourself what you can find. Yes, ma'am. What kind of angle is that? It is. So could you easily find this arc right there?
Yeah, and then
Which is 70. Okay. So this is where it gets a little tricky. Do you see that X is also an on?
Yes.
Okay, so this is where you use your post-it notes. This is technically, this is a tan chord. It's a little hard to see. If you use your post-it notes, you should be fine. What page you on here? No? Okay. Let's see, Lua, you should have gotten 81 plus 144 equals x squared. Therefore, your x squared equals 225. Did you, okay, so we figured out that this is 12, right? This is 9, and this is your unknown, correct? Okay, so we have 12 squared plus 9 squared equals unknown squared. You still good? Okay, so 12 squared is 144. 9 squared is 81. And then we have x squared. Did you already add these two together? What'd you get? Let's try that again, Jim. That's 144 and 81. Yes, ma'am. That kind of changes things. So I got 225 equals x squared. And then how do you undo a square? Like what's the opposite of squaring? You know, the opposite of squaring is? What's this symbol? Square root? Yeah. Yeah, you can use a calculator. Square root of 225. Excellent. So go like that, trace. And trace. What do you know about those two sides? They are. If you have two congruent sides, you have two congruent angles. Lauren, how you doing, ma'am? Good. Hudson, are you on page 4, sir? Almost done? 5 is fine. Fabulous. There you go. You're adding and taking away from 180. I can see the wheels turning. Okay, students, let's backtrack here. And this is what I like you to do, is I like you to go ahead and just kind of cross out all of page 1. All of page 1, that's fine. Cross out time-wise, I'm going to give you a little bit more time to work. So cross out page 1. I want everyone going to page 2. And all we're going to do So I'm going to give you a little shove in the right direction. And then I'm going to give you about 5 minutes, maybe, yeah, about 7 minutes to finish page 2. So step number 1 is, do you see there's a diameter here? I'd like you to trace the diameter. When we have a diameter, you always trace, stretch, sweep. Trace that diameter, please. Now, put your finger at K. I'd like you to sweep the arc, KLM. Sweep the arc, KLM. Dylan, what is the measure of this arc?
180.
180. Yes. Okay. So Devin, how would you solve for X here?
We would add them up to 180.
Yes. You see these arcs? Let me make them separate. The green arc and the red arc add up to 180. Now, once you solve for X, you have to find all possible arcs and angles. But before we do that, let's come down here. Come down here. Step number 1, I'd like you to darken the on. That's an on, that's an on, that's an on, that's an on. Just darken the on. I like you to frame the on at H. Just frame it. Frame it. Amelia, that angle H is grabbing what arc? Grabbing. Give me 2 letters.
Wait, say that again.
Angle H that I have framed up is grabbing what arc?
Oh, GF.
You are correct. So let's squiggle GF. So angle H is grabbing GF. That's good. Now I'd like you to frame up, please. Frame up angle L with your Post-it notes. Jory, angle L is grabbing what arc? Arc GF. So here's the property for that one, guys. If they grab, just write grab, quote unquote, same arc, you're going to have the same angle. Grab the same arc, you're going to have the same angle here. So in this case, Kira, what's going to be our algebra for this one?
Would it be 10x equals 11x minus 6?
You are correct. Because if you grab the same arc, you're going to get the same angle. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you about 7 minutes to find X and find all possible arcs and angles on this page, and then we'll do one more problem together. So do you see why? So do you solve for, you got it. Good, good, good. So how are you going to solve for X there, Devin? In the bottom one. So do you see H grabs that GF?
Yeah.
Okay. What does L grab?
Yeah.
Ah, so go like this you have. If you grab the same arc, see, I got 2 angles, they're grabbing the same arc. If I'm grabbing the same arc, what's true about those angles? Bingo. students, your goal is to finish all of page 2 in about 5 minutes or less. And if you finish page 2 early, go back and finish pages 3 and 4. And if you're done with that, you can go on to page 5. Okay, so don't get all happy with that. You just all, so you're not done. You're not done. You got that. No, you're not done with it either. You got it. What can you do with that? That is correct. Aha. Keep in mind, where this is not algebra, life doesn't end at X. In algebra, everything ended. Oh, I got it. Yay, I'm done. Okay, that's probably never going to be the case there. Okay, so plug your X in and find what you can find. I'll be right here to help you. Lauren, you doing okay, ma'am? Question? Page 4. Well, I can give you a little stuff in the right direction. Did you plug it in? Plug in there and find both angles. So you're at the top of page 4. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Tell me what you understand so far. Well, what did the instructions tell you to do? So do that. Okay, so did you trace the dotted line? Okay, so it turns into a radius, radius, radius. It turns into a radius, right angle lefty edge. Where is there a right angle? Trace it. Just point to it there. Hold it up and point to it. You got it. Okay, so there we go. There's our right angle. Nice. Huh. Trace the dotted line. Trace the dotted line again. When you get stuck, Lauren, your first line of defense is your fingers, not your brain, actually, and definitely not your eyeballs. Okay, so you just did this, correct? Yeah? Okay, so what did you find now? Uh-huh. There you go. Okay, Cameron, are you on page 2, dear?
Yeah.
Okay, let's backtrack to, so you are right here. Okay, tell me what's true, Cameron, about the green and the red arc?
They add up to 180.
Fabulous. Did you solve for X there?
I did, like I added both of them together and then I put equals 180 at the end, but I got a decimal, so I'm guessing I did it wrong.
Let's double check. So we have 16x minus 2 plus 7 plus 9x equals 180. Are we the same so far?
Yeah.
Okay, when we collect like terms and I'm underlining my variables and I double underline my numbers, tell me, what is your next line read?
25x plus 5 equals 180.
You're so correct. Okay, and your next line?
I did 25x equals 180.
No, dear, you forgot, you have to minus the 5 now.
Oh, that's what I messed up. I looked over that.
Got it. Okay,
Thank-
there you go. Yes, ma'am. Here?
Yeah.
Okay. What have you found so far? Have you physically traced the tangent and the radius? Hi, Hudson, what's up?
Um, You're doing the one. that-
On Sophia. Good. So get your finger on the diagram. Could you trace the tangent and trace the radius? Physically trace the tangent. That's the tangent. Trace the tangent. Tangent means to touch. Trace it. Finger on the paper. That's it. Yes.
Oh, I finished it, I don't know if I'm correct.
Oh, that's why you're looking at me funny. Okay, so if I go like this, that's a tangent, right? Okay, Sophia, the blue is a radius, right? What's there? Did you take something away from 360? You're probably right. Are you like, where did 360 come from? I mean, but did you get both the right angles?
Yeah.
Good. So how'd you get that?
Well, if I know that, it's like 90, that would be 180.
You're correct. You're good. Okay, students, the last problem I want to do with you guys, we're going to do this one together, is I'd like you to go to page 5 and take a look at this particular problem. So I want everyone doing the same problem. A few of you, if you've done this problem and you're confident what you're doing, you could just move ahead and ignore me. But the majority of you have not done this problem before. So every single person, regardless of where you're at, I'd like you to go to this page. This is page 5, top problem. I'm going to wait about 10 seconds for you to get there. You can just start working on the next page. I think you got that page. You got you got the 227s. Okay, trace your 90s. Trace the 90s. Okay, good. So you got trace your 27. Trace the 27. Okay, stay on one side. Trace the 27. Trace the 90. Huh? What could you easily find? Yeah, find it. Okay, this page. Step number 1, you have 10 seconds to find the right angle and mark it. Go. All righty, guys, sing with me. Ready? If tangent to a radius, 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 if tangent to a radius, right angle at the edge. Okay, so that's first off, that's where your right angle is. Step 2, I like you to trace all radii and mark them equal. Go. Edwin, you're only finished when you actually correct your work, and I'll be loading up the answers in about 10 minutes after class, so make
Okay.
sure that you correct your work. So if you're
Okay.
like done, yes, you may exit, but don't forget to correct your work.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
trace all the radii. Jory, what's true about all these radii? They are, so we hatch mark them. That's my sound effect for hatch marks. Okay, you guys at home, there's only one single angle we've been given besides the 90. Ryan, what is that? What have we been given besides the 90?
141.
Fabulous. Let's physically trace the 141. Now, I'd like you to squiggle the angle right next to it. Cameron, how could we find this green squiggle angle? Cameron, do you see my red dot, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay. Hudson, you can't turn it in yet because I haven't given you an answer key. Follow my red dot with your finger.
141 minus, or 180 minus 141.
You got it, dear. Go ahead and do that math for us, please.
39.
Beautiful job. Okay, so we have 39. Coming over here, Dylan, what kind of triangle did I just highlight?
I forgot the name of it, but it's
Starts with an I.
isosceles.
Bingo. So if this is 31, what's over here? Yeah, if this is 39 here, what's over on the other side? Dylan.
39.
Yes, sir. 39. Ready? Students, find me red squiggle, go. Find the red squiggle. Devin, what'd you get for red squiggle? 10. Yeah, I think it's 2. The 39 times 2. Check it. I think that's 78. Double check that. 39 times 2. 2 times 9 is 18. Yeah, okay. So we got 102 there. And then black squiggle. Jimmy, what do you get for black squiggle then?
And
78.
78.
Remember.
Okay, so we have one more angle here, and then I'll cut you loose after this, guys. You want to be very careful. This is what gets overlooked, believe it or not. That's what gets overlooked. What shape is this, Lua, that we just traced? It's a giant what? A little bit more importantly. Right triangle, exactly. So if this is 90 and this guy right here is 39, how could you find this question mark? Okay, students, you're gonna have to finish on your own about 5 minutes. I will have the answers loaded in about 10. You see what you need to do, Laura?
Yeah.
Excellent. Devin, did you have a question? What's that? No, don't turn it in until you get it corrected. So you're gonna have to turn it on class K. Devin, is there one you wanted to do together? Sure, absolutely. Is that this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you understand so far?
These are congruent.
You're so correct. They are congruent. You're good about that. Ready? That's a tangent, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's, these are
Ah, good man.
90.
Yep, you just found your 90s.
Oh, and that makes that
Careful.
360.
Ah, you found the 360. Yep, you're on your way. You're on your way. Good job. Good job. Yes, sir. Absolutely, honey. Absolutely. I think that's a wise choice. Plus, I'll have the answers loaded by then. I think that's a very wise choice. I was so thrilled last night. I'm serious. I was gonna look it up in the morning and no, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. And I saw that and I was like literally choked up. I ran over to my. Yeah.
Yeah, even on my,
It's that